All right, we're back, and today we're gonna do a little look that I like to do, a little look, as opposed to a big look. All right, we're back, and today I am going to do a look with one of my favorite palettes, the NAKED3 palette from Urban Decay, and I really like it because it's got neutral tones without it just being browns. It's more like pinky tones, pinky and like light purple. This palette's just, I find, really beautiful, as you can see. I certainly gravitate towards some colors more than others, but I do really like it, and I do find that all of the colors in here do blend quite nicely together. So I've already done my base makeup for the most part. I'm not wearing any foundation, but I am wearing a little bit of concealer and some powder, blush, bronzer, and some highlight. I did get a little bit sunburned yesterday. I definitely got a lot of sun on my nose and forehead by accident, so I tried to put a little bit of powder on there, but I can tell that we have not been outside for a couple of months, really, for a long period of time. Maybe a little bit more pink than I normally am, but that's okay. You know, we're going with it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prime my eyelids. It's Painterly from MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot. All right, eyelids primed. So I'm going to start with the color Nooner. So as you can see, it's sort of like a mauvey taupe, but a little bit darker color. So it's got a little bit of purple to it and a little bit of gray tone. So I'm gonna go in with that, and I'm gonna use that for my crease and the outside corner. So as you can see, first putting it on, it looks quite dark compared to my other eye, but we're gonna blend it out. We're gonna add other colors, so don't worry about it. And I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and just kind of blend this part out in here. Then I'm going to take a really light color, so let's go with, I'm going to maybe mix. In this palette, normally I would go with my Orb from MAC to do all over my eyelid, just because it's sort of the same color as my skin, and I want it to go all the way up to my eyebrow. In here, there's not a great color that's sort of close to my skin, but I think I'm going to try to take the Strange, which is really white, and maybe mix it a little bit with the Limit and see sort of if that tones down the white a little bit. And if you want, you can take that white color called Strange right there and put that just right under the brow bone, just to highlight it a little bit. Now again, we're still going for quite a natural look, so you don't want it to be like glaring or anything, but just a little bit of a highlight in there. And then I'm gonna go back in, I'm gonna take that Limit color. So it's a much lighter matte color, sort of like the Nooner, but a little bit lighter. It's, again, got a little bit of a purpley tone to it, but also pink tone. So I'm gonna go in with that. I'm now going to take another fluffy brush. I'm going to take that Strange white color again. Strange white color. It's called Strange. Just to lighten up the inner corner. Then I am going to take the big fluffy brush again, and I'm going to go in with a little bit of a glimmer. So there are a couple colors that I like in here. There's one called Mugshot, which is more like a beigey gold, kind of bronzy gold. Then there's Factory, which is more like a brownie shimmer. And then there's Liar, which is like a lighter shimmery color as well. So I'm going to go in with Factory, which is a little bit darker, kind of like Nooner. And I'm going to use that on the outside crease and corner. I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit again. now I'm going to take my finger, I'm going to go in, there's a lighter color called Burnout here, sort of like a pinky shimmery color. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to go in with that. The one thing I don't love about this palette is that I find there's a lot of fallout in the pan. So if you're using a brush, what I mean by fallout is there's a lot of the actual makeup that stays in the pan that comes out, and so you end up blowing it away kind of thing. So you can have fallout on your face when you're putting a color on it and it falls out onto your cheek below, which is not good. But I also don't love it when it happens in the pan, but I find that most palettes do. So it is what it is. All right, I'm going to take this Liar color. I lied because I said I was gonna use Burnout, but now I'm using Liar. I'm gonna take this Liar color. It's sort of just like a light taupey color, but with shimmer. And I'm gonna use my finger for this one. I don't know if you can see it, just really light shimmer color. Put that over top. And with the Urban Decay Naked palettes, I find that with the shimmery ones, I end up using my finger more than a brush. I just find it goes on a little bit better. And for that, I just went sort of like 3/4 all the way across and into my crease as well, just to sort of mix it, blend it in. And then I'm going to take kind of a flat brush and I'm gonna go in with a light pink shimmer right into the corner. This one's Burnout. Now I'm gonna do my eyebrows real quick. So for that, I'm just gonna use this eyeshadow from MAC. Brun, it's sort of my go-to, matches my eyebrows pretty well, and a little little angle brush. I'm going to add a little bit of my favorite Gimme Brow Plus, just because I love this little thing. And because we're just going for like a lighter makeup look, your eyebrows can sort of be a little bit wild if you want. They don't have to be perfect. Just take a little bit of eyeshadow and fill in the spots, or a little pencil and fill in the spots, or you can take a spoolie and just sort of brush them out a little bit. Now, to make this even more of a easy, natural look, I would suggest if you're going for that, then use a eyeliner pencil. I want to try this out. I bought this e.l.f. I've seen e.l.f. and I've never really used e.l.f. And you know what? I was like, it's like pretty cheap brand, so let's try this out. So I bought this H20 Proof Eyeliner Pen from e.l.f. and I want to try it. So I'm going to try that and use that. Even if I'm going for more of a natural look, I tend to go for a liquid eyeliner unless I'm really trying to look like I'm not wearing a lot of makeup. Feel free to use sort of whatever eyeliner you feel comfortable doing. Let's try it. Sometimes I've used these before, and when I haven't used it, like so much comes off, it like bleeds all into your eyelid, and I'm just like, I recommend trying your eyeliner before you do your makeup, but I didn't, so we're going for it. Okay, well, so much doesn't come off that it's bleeding all into my eyelid, so that's good. I can't remember how much it was, but it was like, I think it was pretty cheap. Like, I think it was like $8 or something. So like, for $8, it's fine, I guess. I don't know that I would run out and buy it again. Yeah, like, I mean, it's okay. It like didn't go on great, and then I ended up making it quite a thick line, which was not really the point, but. So I'm going to use Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. I got it in that little Sephora Favorites kit that I've been doing reviews of. I will post a little link here, so if you haven't seen that video and you're curious to know what I think about Milk Makeup Kush Mascara, then you can check that video out right here, or I will post a link for it down below as well. So check that out. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of pink lip gloss. When I bought this e.l.f. eyeliner. I also bought this e.l.f. Lip Pumping lip gloss. I have put this on before. It's very tingly. So there's that. I guess that's the plumping part. This is the color Sparkling Rose. So it's light lip gloss with a little bit of a pink tone, as you can see. It adds a little bit of color compared to my top lip, but it's not like crazy pink. It does start to feel real weird. So I went for this lip gloss today. I don't normally wear lip gloss. I find it like sticky, and I usually end up gravitating towards more of a matte lipstick or just like lip balm. I don't often go for a lip gloss, but I thought I was using the e.l.f. eyeliner. I might as well use the e.l.f. lip gloss that I also got with the eyeliner. This does feel kind of weird on your lips. I guess that's the plumping part. It starts to like tingle, which I don't know that I love or hate. This one's a little sticky. That's it. Yeah, so that's it. It's pretty simple. Like I said, the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette I really like. If I had to pick only a couple of colors that I find that I gravitate towards in this palette, it would be the color Nooner, which is sort of like a darker matte color, Limit, which is a lighter matte color, and then probably Liar and Factory I use the next most. They're a little bit shimmery, more like taupey, browny purple color. So those are sort of the ones that I gravitate towards. If I was not buying this palette and I could just get those 4 colors, I think I probably would. And then just stick with my regular colors that I use on an everyday basis. This looks so gross. Talk about fallout in the pan. It's just I use this one all the time. So like I'm not very nice to it. I just like put it on, throw it down, you know what I mean? So then it ends up looking like that. So I would say that if you want a palette and you want different colors to sort of be able to blend in together and play with, this is a great palette for that. I do love this palette. I use it a lot. But like I said, there are probably 4, maybe 5 colors that I use more than the others. Maybe 6. I didn't use the whole palette. But I do really like these palettes. They always come with a nice brush of sorts. They have a mirror as well. I find I don't use the mirror. I don't like sit and do my makeup like this. It's just an awkward thing to hold. But yeah, I do really, really like this palette just because I use it a lot. My face is so pink. This isn't blush, folks. Definitely burn my nose. Buy some sunscreen. That's my tip for you today. If you don't have a good like face sunscreen, buy some face sunscreen. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. There are lots of buttons that you can press. There is a link down below. There is a little thing in the bottom corner that says Cossiquette. You can click that. There are a multitude of ways that you can subscribe. So do that for me and make sure that you get notified when there's a new video. If you have any questions for me, let me know. I will put the products that I used and the colors in a brief description down below, so check that out. Subscribe, questions let me know, wear sunscreen. That's it, really. We will see you next time. Thanks for watching. It's definitely my thing now, because now I end with thanks for watching all the time. I like it though, like I'm okay with it, you know? Like I feel like I was putting a little bit of pressure on it before, and I think it's just like nice. It's like you watched it, you got this far, and thanks. Thanks for watching. So I just realized my light is off. I don't know if it's been off this entire time or if it just like turned off. Maybe I'll like put this at the end and see if anybody noticed. Halfway through they're like, hey, the light's not on. You know how like when you're watching a movie you find like continuity mistakes and you're like, wait a minute, like they weren't wearing that hat 3 seconds ago.